Hey there folks, I am the Mighty Plantain. Thanks for checking out this video. Before we get too far into it though, I got a quick question for you. I want to know if you recognize this sound. There's a specific clink. That particular noise draws me back. Old style hotel keychains. Motel. I said hotel. Motel. Old style motel keychains. Pretty much every one of those roadside places that you'd pull a car up to and just walk right into the room had these. And old family road trips, that's one thing I remembered always was the clink of that plastic keychain. Now, this particular one is a bit of nostalgia that I picked up from That Larry Show. It's a promotional piece that Larry had designed for That Larry Show, the podcast for the road. And you should definitely check it out at thatlarryshow.com. Listen to the show, check it out. Pick up one of these keychains for $10. You won't regret it. I got two because I know I'm going to beat the shit out of this one. So now I've got another one waiting in the wings when it's done for. I don't know. I had been searching for some tchotchke to pick up, just blow a few extra bucks on. And in the world of butterfly knife style bottle openers and bottle cap shooting little spring loaded rigs, I was pretty close to actually dropping some cash on something useless like that, but instead this popped up, and for $10 you can't beat it. It's a touchstone. Like I said, a little callback to my youth, a bit of nostalgia, a little something to keep me grounded. Anyway, check out the podcast, pick up a keychain, thatlarryshow.com. Thanks for indulging me. Larry's a man who's got his priorities straight. I posted a picture on Facebook of this mess. And the one question he had was, can you still hold a pint? Well, yes. Like I said, he's got his priorities straight. And this is, yeah, one of the first things I relearned how to do was hold a pint, because I am right-handed. But I digress. We are talking today about Guinness's nitro cold brewed coffee. Now, this is not a hard coffee. It says here it's a beer with coffee and natural coffee flavors. So I'm guessing that it's actually a Guinness with coffee added and some coffee flavoring. Now, it's only 4% ABV, and this is a 14.9 ounce can because there is a nitro widget in there. I can feel it rattling around, and I'm pretty sure it's the ping pong ball style one, because it says right here, upon opening, the famous round plastic widget in every can unleashes nitrogen through the beer, creating the creamy head and iconic surge that's distinctively Guinness. To best enjoy, open the can and wait a moment for the nitrogen to release. Pour into a glass tilted at 45 degrees. Watch the surge and settle, and then enjoy. All right, so, yeah, not much else there about it. Here we go. Here's the classic noise. That was a little subdued. Usually there's more of a squeal type noise. And I make sure I try and keep that dry. That, I can smell the damn coffee from back here. That is awesome. And yeah, there's the little ping pong ball widget. We're going to get this up to the glass before all those bubbles settle out. Up to the glass, up to the light. You can, I hope that's coming through on the camera. I can see a cascading wave, like a wave form of bubbles, like settling down to the bottom. It is awesome looking. And of course, there's a lot of bubbles down here clinging to that. It is dark as midnight now that the bubbles have settled out, but it still has that nice, distinctly dark Really light brown, but darker than a lot of beer's foam head on it. That's definitely distinctly Guinness. A thing of beauty. Look at these bubbles down here. They're picking up the incandescence of the light. I don't know if I'm using that word right, but I said it anyway. And it's just looking kind of sparkly. That is a thing of beauty. And I loved that little wave. Again, I hope that came through on the camera, but you could see like wave upon wave just settling down. Like, I don't know, like if you've ever seen footage of a deep ocean sink where that heavy brine water hits regular water and you can just watch it. If you know what I'm talking about, you do. If you don't, I sound like a nut job, and you might not be wrong, but oh, that smells so much like coffee. There's a beautiful, beautiful head. All those fine nitrogen bubbles, it almost looks solid. It's so foamy. Now that I'm past the coffee, there's definitely like this beery, stout beery aroma. Maybe a hint of sourness, like a grainy sourness underneath. Sorry, folks. I'm not a big coffee drinker, but I love the smell and taste of coffee flavored things, especially when they're a little sweet, and I definitely love it in beer. This beer is beautiful, and it smells. It smells so good. Nice and smooth. It's got a much lighter mouthfeel than I was expecting. Maybe I've forgotten what actual Guinness is like, but then again, if they added cold brew coffee to this iteration and it was a regular Guinness stout, then that is going to thin it out a little bit. But it's got a lighter mouthfeel than I would have expected. I'd probably put it around a medium mouthfeel, but it's got that velvety, creamy, nitro smoothness to it. I don't know, there's a couple of different schools of thought as to whether or not the nitro changes the flavor character of the beer, but there's no doubt that it definitely changes the mouthfeel and the character, the viscosity. That's really thickness, but anyway, it definitely changes the texture of the beer, that's for sure. I'm definitely tasting a lot of coffee up front. A dark, roasty coffee, which blends really easily into the roasty malt character of a Guinness stout. There's this slightly weird transition where I'm getting a little hint of that grainy sourness, and that's the best way I can think to describe it. It's basically the aroma and then this flavor of fermented grain, which that's what we're dealing with here. But it slightly comes through in the transition, and it's a little off-putting, but not too bad. And it's gone before you really notice it too much. But it goes right into a dark, heavily roasted stout beer. No big bells and whistles on this one, except for the nitro and the texture of the beer itself and that mouthfeel. It's just a really good, solid, dark, roasty coffee that blends into a nice, dark, roasty stout. With nothing else really to interfere with that. This is good. This is awesome. This is amazing. It's not quite giving me that wow reaction that I usually look for when I rate a beer on a full 5 out of 5. Mostly because there's nothing different or unusual about it. But honestly, as it is, it's exactly what I expected. It's exactly what I would want from a cold brew coffee stout. I've got nothing bad to say about it. I think just lacking that wow reaction or something to make it stand out, I'm gonna hit it with the 4.5 out of 5, which is as close to a perfect rating as it can get. I mean, it's fucking amazing. And for a heavy, thick stout like this, like I said, the mouth feels a little lighter than I would have expected. I'd say it's a medium, but it's smooth, delicious, and easy to drink. At 4% ABV, it's not that scary that this is going down so fast, because you can finish a 4-pack and not be fucking plowed, which is good. And this is an easy drinking beer, and it's awesome. I pretty much got nothing else to say about it. But that's just my opinion. Hit me up down below in the comments or the email link. Love to hear what you have to say about this beer. While you're down there, don't forget to like and share the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Till next time, folks, thanks for tuning in. Cheers.